Hey everybody, welcome here to the second episode of this Theo Colas My Play Career Mode here. We are going to be getting underway with the usual routine and the usual way of life here in the series, guys. We're in episode number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in if you are just watching here. And we are currently in Sunday, the 1st of July. So this marks the start of our career. We just signed for Derby in that first episode, as you guys saw. And we will be putting up a video every day if possible, to go along with the new schedule, which we put up as soon if you guys haven't seen that or not. But guys, we got here in Derby, looking around our apartment we got given by the club for now, just to use, and if we want to continue renting it, we can do. So we're going to be using this apartment for now, and you guys can let me know what you think about it, guys. As you can see here, there was a bit of an issue with the weekly wage and the contract signing where it said 11,500. It's actually meant to be £1,500. So just so you know, we're getting a weekly wage of £1,500 because it's a much more realistic offer for a youth player, as some of you guys have commented. And as you can see on the floor, there's a box here, guys, that we've received from the manager as we finish signing our contract, and it's actually a box with our tracksuit kit in, all our Derby gear that we're going to be using and that we need for the coming season, guys. So as you can see here, about to put it on, and there it is, guys. This is our Derby tracksuit, which we're going to be using a lot. It's going to be for every training session, and the clothes that we wear to go to the match days, with our bag that they gave us full of all the necessary things we need to have a good start in this Derby career in the English Championship, guys. So it's going to be really exciting. As you can see here, we've got our focus bars and reputation bars back like we used to have with the Oscar Stromberg career mode. As you can see, we've currently got 2 fitness, 1 social, full happiness after just signing for Derby, no stress, no media presence at the moment. Training, we haven't been to training yet, so there's nothing on that one either. And as for our reputations, we have no rep with anybody except for the manager who we just met as well, guys. So we've got the manager reputation, which is good, and we're going to be gaining up some different stats and bits and bobs as we progress through the start of this preseason. And we've got a big preseason ahead of us, guys. We're actually got a really big thing coming up where we're going to be heading to Amsterdam, which is awesome. As you can see here, guys, the training grounds is where we are at right now. The Derby training grounds. We're arriving here for our first training session of the season with Derby, first ever training session. And as you can see, Monday the 2nd here on training. Then we've got a flight out to Amsterdam on Tuesday tomorrow. We've got a game against the Young Boys in the pre-season tournament. We've got a lazy day at the preseason, then we got a training session and then a workout day as well. So they gave us an itinerary for a plan of what the team will be doing and what we'll be doing when we're there, so that's really good to know. As you can see here, guys, the media is pointing out the fact that Theo Colas has signed for Derby and is excited to shine. And as for the fixtures, guys, the first championship game of the season will be against Reading FC, which, as you guys know, is GMS, my favorite team, which is going to be an interesting game to play. But guys, we'll get there when we do. We've got a very full-on preseason ahead of us, guys. We've got to get fitness up, we've got to get our abilities up, we got to get ourselves ready and loaded into the squad, because that is what we need to be doing, getting ourselves familiar with the team, familiar with the players, familiar with the play style of the team, and hopefully get a position in the first team from this preseason tour, guys. So we are currently here at training here in Derby, the only training that's going to be happening before we head out to Amsterdam for the preseason tournament, where we're going to be spending the next couple of weeks while we are there, guys. As you can see, we're going to be doing every drill for training, guys. You need to let me know in the comments down below what training you want to see us doing. Whoever leaves the best comments for training and the reason why you want us to be training it every episode, that will be based on the next or future episodes, is what the training sessions will be and why. That way you guys can kind of choose how you want to shape Theo Colas as we progress through this series and this season, guys. We're going to be smashing out videos like every day if we can. I'm going to be trying to get them out as much as possible so the season progresses nice and fast. And as you can see here from the training, guys, every training session we do, we're going to be doing 2 a week. We'll be doing 2 of the in-game drills every day for a training session. So 2 drills like we just did, and then training session is finished, and then we'll be doing another training session later on in the week. There'll always be 2 trainings in a week as well. So there's going to be lots going on, guys. As you can see, we've arrived at the small airport here in Derby, where we're going to be hopping on a flight that the club has booked for us from everybody else as well, which is going to take us down to London Heathrow, and then from London we're going to be flying out to Amsterdam. So we've got a big flight day ahead of us, guys. A lot of things to do, so it's going to take up the whole day. As you can see, Tuesday the 3rd of July, we're progressing into this thing. We've got the 7-day-a-week roster going on with what we're going to be up to per episode. So if you guys want to see anything interesting happen with Theo Colas, or what we're doing, or who we meet, or what we do and why, then leave comments down below. I want to see lots and lots of comments of why you guys want to see Theo Colas doing these things and what you want him to do to really shape his life and how he's doing things. As you can see, coming up in the episode tomorrow, we have got the Champions Trophy of the 4th of July against the Young Boys, which is going to be the first game of this pre-season tour in Amsterdam. So as you can see here, just taking off, leaving Derby now, and we're going to be arriving here into London. It's only like an hour's flight down to London, but we have to take a flight to get there quickly, and we're going to be taking a quick turnaround here at the airport where we're going to be heading off from Heathrow off to Amsterdam. So as you can see here, just touching down in Heathrow, and we're going to be heading straight back onto a flight, not leaving the airport in London. And this is where we've come from as well, coming from Arsenal, so we are familiar with this place. We know what it's like here, and there's some interesting stories to come with our past and our future, what things are things to hold. As you can see here, guys, the league objectives for this season from the manager given to us in the itinerary says keep an average match rating of 6.0 or better. Expect me is to score at least 7 goals this season, and setting up a minimum of 5 goals for the team, and maintaining no less than 10% shots to goal conversion rate. That's for Theo, currently rated 66, striker for Derby. Guys, the poll for this episode will be coming up a bit later on when we have our other rest day after the game, which is going to be coming up now, and I'll ask you some questions, and you guys need to make sure you leave your vote in for this because it's very important. But guys, as you can see here, touching down in Amsterdam at the airport, going to be heading straight to the hotel for the night, and we're going to be showing the game day tomorrow as we come into the next day. It's nice and late. We're going to go straight to sleep. And as you can see here now, waking up the next day, guys, here in the hotel room in Amsterdam, we've got a big game coming up against Young Boys on the 4th of July. So we're going to be heading down and heading out of the apartment here. We've got a very nice apartment given to us by the team just for 2 weeks, for the 2 weeks that we're here on pre-season tour. We'll see how we go with the games, whether we get to the semis or the finals of the preseason tournament, which will be really cool. And hopefully we can put in some good performances to really impress the manager and the team and show them that we mean business here. As you can see, the Champions Trophy game coming up right now against the Young Boys. So we're going to be heading to that right now. We're going to be doing quite short highlights for these. And then we've got a game against Empoli coming up on the 8th. And then we've got a game against Gozdipio as soon for the 11th of July. They're the 3 group games we have got. If we can win all of these, we will finish top of the group, hopefully, which will be really cool. And as you can see, guys, we're coming into the game now. So it's the first ever pre-season professional game for Derby that Theo will be playing. Can we put in a good performance here? Can we gel with this team well? Or is this going to be a really trick on, guys? All games are played on Legendary, just so you know, and they will all be staying in this camera view. But here we are, getting the game underway now. Derby County against Young Boys. And here we come forward in the 8th minute for the first chance coming for Young Boys. They're pushing forward now, late at central. Here having a shot there, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Pushed out for a corner kick. And that is a very nice save from him. We're slowly going to get used to the team, slowly going to get used to the players' names and knowing how they play. So it'll be good to be able to work with these guys throughout the preseason and just help us really kind of develop as a player and really develop our play in the championship, because I know it's going to be a tough league, that is for sure, especially on ultimate difficulty on FIFA. As you can see here, guys, 15 minutes in, pushing forward now with the first chance for Derby. Getting our way forward now, Bryson on the ball, pushing forward to Johnson. We've got a good chance coming down the wing now. It's Anya on the ball, puts it wide there to Lawrence. Tom Lawrence on the ball. He looks to take a little fake shot. Can he get this into the box? He's laid it wide to Olsen, who crosses it into the near post, and Theo so nearly gets a head away with his first chance of the game. Just couldn't reach it. The defender got there nicely. And here we come now in the 33rd minute, guys. It's coming forward now to Colas. Colas lays it through really nicely to Tom Lawrence. Lawrence is running through on goal. Can he get something from this chance? He's been tackled, but the ball continues on. Tom Lawrence takes the shot. He goes and puts it in the back of the net. And it is 1-0 here to Derby County against Young Boys in the 34th minute. Tom Lawrence there with the opening goal of this game, of this preseason tour, and a very nice one. And believe it or not, that actually counted as an assist for Theo Colas, guys. So absolutely amazing start to this game for us in the career, guys. A through ball there from Theo Colas, as you can see, just received by Tom Lawrence. He didn't actually lose the ball's possession, so it counted as an assist for Theo Colas, which is really awesome. And Tom Lawrence there getting the goal to score his first in the Champions Trophy this season. So very nice little goal indeed. And we're going to be heading on into the next highlights now, guys. In the 35th minute, we're just about approaching half time, 10 minutes remaining of this first half, and then we're going to be heading in, as you can see, 47 minutes in, right into added time here, and the whistle's about to blow. There it goes, and we're coming into half time now. Looking at our assists, we got a 7.3 match rating, great vision for cleaning the goal, great short passing, and the accuracy of the through ball was top class, which is really nice to hear from the manager. The only thing he had to criticize was playing as an attacker is more than scoring goals, so we need to make sure we focus, even though we did get an assist, which is a bit weird. We're going to be moving on to the next highlight now, guys, in this game, and it's going to be a chance here in the 79th minute. We've skipped quite a long way in this game. Not a lot has been happening in this half at the moment, but a chance here coming for Theo Colas. Can he put it in the back of the net to make it 2-0 here? And the goalkeeper's made a good save. Unlucky for Theo Colas, coming out of nowhere to take a shot then. Didn't quite manage to get it around the keeper enough. Kind of panicked on the last shot. And guys, here we come with the next through ball chance for Theo Colas in the 89th minute of the game. Only 1 minute remaining. Running down the left wing here. We've got a good chance. Can we cut this one inside? Running it down, trying to get it late short there. It's just kind of taking a deflection, but the players can't really get it away. The goalkeeper smothers it, and it's going to be an easy take for him, guys. 92nd minute of this game now. What is going to happen? There goes the full-time whistle, and we have come away with a 7.5 match rating and assist in our first game of the preseason tour, and we also did very well to get the win for the team as well. In general, guys, Tom Lawrence scoring the goal, and we come away with a very nice 1-0 victory. That's all we needed for the 3 points, and it's a really good way to start off this preseason. Gaining our fitness up, gaining our squad cohesiveness, which is a bit good for Theo Colas to really gel with the team. And as you can see here, guys, we're back in the hotel for the next day, and it's going to be a pretty interesting one here in the hotel. We're just having a rest day now, and I will have a question for you. Theo is just here kind of contemplating how he played in that last game and trying to think what he wants to become as a striker. So the poll for this episode, guys, for this lazy day is: what kind of striker is Theo Colas, or what does he want to be? A number 1 centre forward, a number 2 a defensive forward, number 3 a false 9, number 4 a target man, or number 5 a poacher, guys. So that is going to be up to you guys to choose one of those options for Theo Colas to kind of shape his striking position to. It doesn't mean we're going to be playing like that all the time. It just means it's going to be what we're going to aim to become and how we're aiming to play when we are on the pitch, depending on the circumstances, and we'll try and shape it in that way. As you can see, guys, we've gained some stats now. Training's gone up 1, fitness has stayed the same, social's gone up 1 for being part of the team. The team reputation has gone up to 1, which is good. So we're getting somewhere. We're starting off nicely with our focuses and our reputations. We need to maintain these, guys, so make sure you hit up the comments down below with your thoughts and suggestions of how we can get these up more, because I need this to come from you as well as me, guys, so we make sure we get everything right and we shape Theo Colas the way you want him to be. Also, make sure you leave your vote in the poll as well, like we just said, for what kind of striker do you want Theo to be. As you can see here, guys, heading into the next day in this episode, we're in the hotel room once again in Amsterdam, and we're really enjoying our time here. It's a bit surreal being here in a different country on a pre-season tour with Derby County of all places after being released from Arsenal Youth Academy. But we have got a training day coming up here on Friday the 6th of July, guys, and as soon as we finish this training, we're going to be having a quick fitness day just to keep ourselves going while we've got a day off, because we've got given another day off. And then in the next episode, we've got 2 games to play, one against Empoli and one against the other team that was in there as well, for finishing off this pre-season tour's group stages. Depending on how they go, we'll see if we get any more games added to our time stay here in Amsterdam or not. So as you can see, we're just doing some training here. We're doing a bit of the kind of one-on-one challenge where we're supposed to be doing skill moves. Theo Colas currently has no skill moves, and it was quite tricky to do. So as you can see, we're not really getting anywhere, and I'm only ever going to be doing these training sessions once. So guys, if I mess up this training session, I will not be allowed to restart them. So that is my rule for this. So if you guys choose something and I fail at it, we need to make sure in the future trainings, because there's going to be every single episode and every week there's going to be 2, we need to make sure we're really focusing on how we want to do this, and I will slowly learn how to do the training sessions, and Theo will slowly get better at them and improve his stats as well. So it's going to be a slow process, but as you can see, it will be worth it in the end, I'm sure. So as you can see, guys, we're working on our crosses right now at the moment, and it's looking pretty good at the moment. We're not doing too bad so far. We're just kind of figuring out how to do it properly, and as you can see, we're slowly scoring some goals towards the end here, which is good. And the training session is just about over, and we end up coming out of that one with a B, which is good for the crossing scenarios. And as you can see here, guys, the last day of the week here in Amsterdam before we head into next week. In the next episode, we have got a fitness thing we're going to be doing, where we're going to be going for a bit of a run and just enjoying some time out and about in Amsterdam. As you can see here, guys, it's the last day, 7th of July. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, share, and subscribe, because it's going to be lots more coming like this. At the moment, we are in pre-season, so we're stuck in Amsterdam as well, so it's a bit dull in terms of what we can do in the hotel room and stuff, but it will get much better. Trust me, there's going to be lots of things. I need all of your suggestions coming in to make sure you guys can shape this how you want it to be. But as you can see here, we're just going for a run at the moment. Looking at the standings for the table now, Empoli, the guys we have next in the preseason tournament, are currently sitting top with 3 points. We're right behind them with 3 points. And then there's Young Boys and the other team at the bottom, who have both lost 1 as well. So that's not looking too bad for the standings, guys. If we can win 2 more games, we'll end up getting 9 points, and we'll have a very good chance, if not a definite chance, of getting to the semi-finals against another team, and maybe even into the finals during this preseason tournament, and really showing what we can do That is the aim here, guys. So hopefully we can do that. If, like I said, if you have enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, share, subscribe. I want to see at least 20 likes on this video before the next one comes out. So it's going to be up to you guys to make sure you do that. And as we progress on, we'll be gaining those likes up and slowly bumping it up a bit. As you can see, we've got Empoli coming up in the next episode, guys. It's going to be an exciting episode next one as well. Then we've got the game against Goztepe on the 11th of July, and then we're going to be heading into the 3rd week of the preseason, whether or not we are still here or not, or we're going to go back to England without winning the trophy, guys. But that's it from me for this episode. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Peace out.